Hello there, my brave adventurers! This is the FoxyBard, here to regale you with tales of both smarts and sorrow. So grab a delicious beverage of your choice, and go ahead and sit down over there as I regale you with yet another tale of role-playing. Today we're going back to form with an RPG horror story from the subreddit r/rpghorrorstories. Today's story was posted by the user Talfrey. In this story, we seem to have someone who is trying to speedrun being a that guy. It also involves slapping people, which, yeah, I know, again, if you want to relive the previous slap episode, just click on the box up in the corner. It's been a little bit since an honest-to-Milani horror story, so let's get into it. I was advised that y'all might appreciate this story. Please forgive any inaccuracies, as this happened over a decade ago. Allow me to set the scene. While D&D had been around for decades, it still felt like D&D was a strange backroom beast back then, and so hunting groups down was a bit more work. As a DM, I posted looking for players on a forum I can't remember and is probably long dead. I got some hooks and sure enough ended up with a 5-person party, a man and his wife, and 2 of their friends. No real red flags, and the man and wife volunteered to run the game at their place. I get basic character info, prep the maps and stat blocks, the normal things you grab for a group, and show up. Sure enough, they're not axe murderers or skin thieves, so I set up and we begin to play. The game was starting at a higher level, the idea being that they were slightly established in order to have a bit of history with the world that we could explore as we played, and so the first adventures wouldn't be standard rats in a cellar fare. The group was sent individually from their various background bosses to investigate the same thing. They arrived in a town having traveled there together for a bit, and thus forming the party. They split up in town to investigate, and one character goes to the inn. His investigation is basically flirt with the barmaids. He gets a bit much with his flirting. I don't know if he was trying to impress me, but he kinda got into the role-playing of what was basically harassing the barmaids. I wasn't super into it, so I just had him diplomacy check and hand-waved him seducing a barmaid. Yeah, he wouldn't drop it, wanting more detail, etc. In a knee-jerk decision, I move an NPC who is with the bad guys from wherever she was undercover at to undercover at the bar, and have him seduce her. Well, that goes well. She poison kisses him, he fails saves, sleeps, and then, well, she starts looting him. He says he would wake up if he heard someone rifling through his things. I try to move on to other players. He makes a stink. Fine. He makes checks every round while he's there, and ends up waking up. He attacks her, whiffs, and she retaliates with more poison. He goes down with another set of terrible rolls. And, well, at this point, the NPC's cover is blown if the guy lives. So she does what any sensible evildoer would do with a foe unconscious on the ground. She does a coup de grace. I don't really remember if the fist was before we confirmed he died or not, but the table was shunted forward, hitting me in the stomach harder than his wet, fleshy strike did to my face. I initially thought I had been slapped on accident when he had jumped up to exclaim frustration, not unreasonable at a character death, and similarly had accidentally shoved the table. I didn't really figure out what was going on until I saw his friend holding him back. The man and wife said I should go. In a nice way, like, dude, you don't need to be here. So I left. Yeah, I ran 5 more sessions for them. Wait, hang on. 5 more? Ugh, okay. Anyway, 5 more sessions for them before the same guy burnt my notebook during a smoke break for him, restroom break for me. Came back to the edges singed and him trying to burn more. I did stop communicating with them at that point. End of story. Okay, what the hell? Come on. 5 more sessions? Why did you stay that long? OP. come on, you gotta have some ounce of self-preservation here. This sounds like a lesson well learned, and hey, it's one we can all take with us. No D&D is better than bad D&D. Yeah, I know, that's cheesy and everybody says it, but it's still true. And really, I can understand the pressure of wanting to stay with a group much longer after you should have probably left. That's happened to me in my past, too. I'll tell that story next time. I don't think I'm ready for that right now. Anyway, thank you, Talfrey, for sharing this story with us. It was, at least, an entertaining one to read. I hope your games since then have been a little bit less plagued with speedrunning that guys. Those guys? What is the plural of that guy? Because it should be those guys, right? It's those guys, making a universal Foxy decree. In other news, I've been watching the channel grow, and it's gone a lot faster than I was originally expecting, by a lot. Thank you all so much for watching, subscribing, sharing with friends, liking, all the good things that make that stupid algorithm monster so happy. If I hit 100 subscribers, I was thinking of starting up a Discord server just for fans of the channel. If you guys would be interested in joining that, please let me know in the comments, and that'll give me the little extra kick in the tail to get it done. Only about 16% of you viewers are subscribers, so go ahead and subscribe and we'll get things rolling for real. As always, if there's any stories you would like me to cover, go ahead and reach out, either in a comment below, or you can find me at my Twitter. That is all I have for you today, brave adventurers. Let's douse the fire and get on back to our own adventures.